Did you know that buying a house is the number one best way to guard against inflation and protect your wealth against inflation? I'm going to show you why right now. All right, so check this out. Rent increases usually outpace inflation. So the first thing is look at inflation's, inflation usually like to see it hovering around 2 or below %. So it was really low down in here. And then in 2021, boom, a big spike in inflation. And that's the core PCE. And what that is the core personal consumption expenditures. It's an economic measure. It changes the prices of goods and services purchased by consumers, excluding food and energy prices. So it's everything excluding food and energy. Of course, those are way higher, especially food's way higher than this. But that's your core CP. So it's still higher than what we want. Historically, we wanted to keep it at 2%, but look what happens even when inflation was low, look at rents. Rents inflate faster than inflation. So that means that renting is actually costing you money. So let's look at what happens when you buy a house. Look at the appreciation, same inflation numbers for the same time period, but look at home appreciation. Beats inflation, beats inflation, beats inflation. The pandemic leaders, way beats inflation. Beats inflation, beats inflation, beats inflation. And so what happens is that the way our monetary system is set up is typically they like to see about a 2% inflation rate. That's normally what we see is 2% inflation. But historically, real estate has appreciated closer to the last few years I just showed you at 5%. So what that means is if you put your money into a savings account, if it's not earning more than 2% interest, its purchasing power is actually losing 2% per year or whatever the inflation rate is. If you put your money into a house, that asset actually grows at a greater level than inflation. And that's one of the reasons why homeowners have significantly more house than people that do not. And that's great news for if you're an existing homeowner, knowing this dynamic will continue when you need to make either your downsize or your upsize move, whatever that may be, a relocation, whatever it may be, or if you're a first-time home buyer, thinking, when do I enter the housing market? Entering the housing market is always right now. And I just basically proved it to you because if you look at that chart, if you rewatch this video, the chart that shows the inflation rate was like under 2%, still had home appreciation significantly beating it. So buying a home is the number one biggest thing that a everyday American can do to create wealth. I build mortgage plans. Please reach out to me. If you're a client already, send me your family, your friends, text me their name and information. I'll take great care of them. If you're a realtor watching this, I'd love to connect. I work with a lot of realtors and I help your clients make informed decisions which they're excited about. This is the kind of stuff that, despite all the scary economic news and the inflation and high interest rates we've been through for several years, you can look at this and say, hey, there's a good reason to buy right now. And it's always the case. The only difference is now there's fewer buyers, so it's exceptionally a great time to buy. So thanks so much. Hope you found this helpful and hope you have a great day.